Happy Easter Monday, and I hope all of you had a great celebration yesterday, even if it was only with a mimosa toast with family and friends via Zoom. As a matter of fact, I know a family in Reading who, because of the separation of families, they decided to get in their car and drive to their grandchildren's house. They pull out of their car, 2 chairs, a cooler, and they open up a bottle of champagne, a bottle of orange juice, and make mimosas, and they toast the family inside. Then they sit down with open windows and have a great visit with their grandchildren. What an awesome story and a great way to celebrate. The resurrection of Jesus Christ is so important for Christians that the church celebrates it for 50 days, a sacred time filled with joy and hope. Yes, even in the midst of this crisis. I'm not sure if any of you saw the Pope's Holy Week celebrations in Rome. If not, check them out on Google. Very powerful. To see him celebrating in an empty St. Peter's Square, it wasn't depressing, but awe-inspiring, as he was not alone, but surrounded by the communion of saints. This came to me powerfully in an email I received from a friend on Holy Saturday evening, and I quote her. One of the things that struck with me this week was that by virtue of our baptism, we are united spiritually with the body of Christ. Our spiritual unity is deeper and stronger than our physical presence or absence from each other. Many of us are bothered by the isolation this pandemic brings, and I was reminded how truly connected we are. I was also reminded that Holy Week begins with betrayal, but that the final word is with God's mercy and hope. There is always hope. Watching Mass live stream gives me hope that even though we are not physically together, we are united spiritually. End of quote. And this is all possible because Jesus Christ is risen. It changes everything. Pope Francis sums it up this way, and I quote, Holy Week is not so much a time of sorrow, but rather a time to enter into Christ's way of thinking and acting. It's a time of grace given to us by the Lord so that we can move beyond a dull or mechanical way of living our faith and instead open the doors of our hearts. I would invite you this week to meditate with the Easter Church's Easter greeting. He is risen. He is truly risen.